I'm Doug Asselstein.
I'm Ryan's married.
We're here to do some airbrushing again
Again.
with our airbrushes. Isn't that crazy? What are you doing today?
I'm actually finish up my snowboard that I was doing last week, so.
I'm trying to get this airbrush off the hanger. There we
Ah,
go. Now we're ready.
crazy.
Okay, I'm going to be doing a jean jacket today. I'm going to be starting off putting a beach scene on there. I got no photograph. This is all going to be out of my head, okay? I based this jacket here with some blue. We're going to go over to Ryan. We're going to watch what he's doing. You'll come back to me and you'll see what I've gotten to. And we'll give you a little information.
Okay, actually, what I did was over the last week, I actually stretched some tape on the back of well, actually the ends of the snowboard there, only because once I get all these little mechanical, biomechanical, whatever you want to call it, this design aspect, I'm going to actually have it slide in behind this white background here. And I did that using the tape. Once I actually meet everything to the ends there and I recess it down with blue, I'm going to end up with a finished product and just stripping the tape off. I'm going to have this really nice sharp edge going along the whole board on both ends, if you can see that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with the black here. Just go around the edges. Just kind of just recess that in. Get the little mechanical parts coming back and forth and slip them into the board.
Mind if I get in there, Ryan?
Absolutely.
Okay. What I've started with right now is my light source. It's going to become like a sunset glowing up from the horizon. The horizon's further away, so of course it's going to wind up being blurry, okay? Right now it's just basic shapes, basic things coming out. We're going to put like a little shine on the water here. That's going to help us out. This is going to be like a beach scene with waves rolling in. We're going to get into some of the properties of water, reflection, and how you can create basic shapes against light like this here. It's going to be a cap of a wave coming over top. Here's our light source. It's coming straight down here and it's going to hit the top of this wave. But for now, I'm just going to build up some basic shapes and colors and get this working. One of the things I had to do to prepare this jacket, I had to spray it down with an acrylic clear coat first. Jean jackets, they soak up a lot of paint. I would have been sitting here for, oh God, for a good hour trying to build up a white, and it would have just gone gray. So I have to get a lot of clear coat on there to seal that jacket. We spray the front and the back so it's sealed. That way this isn't going to come off. It's not going to wash off. It's not going to come off in the wash. How's it going, Ryan?
Good. I'm just creating right now a little bit of the texture that's going to be across there. This isn't too serious right now. This is going to be coming up underneath once I start laying down the other colors. It's just a general design quality that I got going. But you got to be very careful when you're laying down the tape that the tape is really nice and secure. Otherwise, it's going to start flipping up, and you're not going to get that nice sealed edge. I imagine when I will be pulling this off, that in this case it will have happened. So.
Well, you've only got 25 minutes too.
Yes. That's right.
See me right now. I'm working out the shine. I'm bringing it out more. Sunset's going to hit across the top of all these waves. They're capping over and they're rolling in. What I've got here is the start of one of the waves. Down in here, we're going to see some lines, some fine detail. It'll go in mostly at the end. Right now I'm just showing you just for the students at home. Wave rolls down, it crashes down. These waves are being thrown up in the air. Got some fine detail up here in the end. Caps up at the top. It's rolling over the top, coming down like this. And of course, here's an interesting thing too. If you're doing a wave, the light's going to shine through the wave. Right there. So any of the colors I'm going to add later on, I should make sure I put them into here, okay, and run them down.
Again, I'm doing the exact same here with the other side. Just bringing the design quality in here. Cast a nice dark shadow along the tape. Try not to get past the tape here. Normally we would put down some paper towel or anything to prevent any overspray, but I really wasn't thinking at the time and didn't do it. Not that I think a lot.
Dun, dun, dun.
Try to avoid all thought process.
Yeah, that would be very bad.
Thinking hurts brain.
Well, it's been a week
Yes, a week.
Yes, a whole week.
in the sun with no beaches to walk on.
I love beaches.
That
I have a
movie changed
beach
my
over
life.
here for you, Ryan.
What's that?
I have a beach over here for you. If you want, you can come over and take a turn at it later.
Yeah.
Okay,
I could take a turn at your beach.
no problem. I'm into that.
Can I walk all over your beach?
Sure.
Is it tropical
Why not?
or is it local?
It's a local beach.
That's nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
for everybody at home, if we're coming over here to me, okay, I've got the light passing through the wave. I've got shine coming across. All of these
Cuckoo for
waves are
Cocoa
rolling up onto a beach, okay? Now, if I'm creating like a, say, a shake right there, certain wave pattern as it's rolling
That's
up on the
not a
beach, I want to
mailbox.
sort of copy that and exaggerate it a little bit more, make it a little bit bigger as it comes forward, okay? The other thing is when the wave crashes down, this is a really good thing. You got to understand what you're doing and what's going on in something. As a wave comes crashing down, it creates foam. This foam is picked up and carried. And I see I'm putting little scribbly scratches on here. I hope we can get in close on this and see there's some foam spreading out across the surface of the wave, and then it's getting pulled up and stretched out as it comes into the wave at the top, okay? That foam comes down, rolls forward, gets pulled back into the wave and over.
Right now, actually, I'm taking my blue, and I'm, again, dusting that just a little, went a little too heavy there. Just dusting that in just a little bit. Just because it's recessing into the darkness.
Now, as Ryan will tell you, it's all about basic shapes. We can put a lot of detail in something, but Ryan right now is building all the basic shapes over there. A lot of that's going to come out in the clear coat too, isn't it, Ryan?
Absolutely.
Tell him why.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
You kind of caught me with that one.
Really? Really? Okay. Well, anyways, I guess I've never really explained that.
Important safety tip.
Okay, what happens? Say this was on a tank or a helmet. I've got a lot more time than Ryan. Ryan's just flying over here, okay? If it's a helmet or a tank, anything like that, what happens in a base coat clear coat, when that clear coat comes across, the automotive clear, it cuts away the overspray. Now what it does is it eats it away. That's what clear coat's supposed to do. It's
Oh,
going
that's
to eat through
right.
the paint, grab the surface underneath, so as a result, you
I
get
knew
something
that.
that's more sharply detailed. I love talking about stuff I know. So cool.
Oh, Doug, you're
That's a change.
Oh.
from talking out your
Beach.
airbrush job. Good save, eh?
Yeah.
You like
It
that?
was.
It's almost time for a headphone joke, isn't it?
Sure.
Okay, I'll think one up.
Okay. You want me to come in with something, Ryan? Tell them my little
Sure. I'm
anecdotal
just
stories.
adjusting my brush right now.
Okay. I'm down in Florida on my honeymoon years and years ago. And I sat down, I decided I was going to do a pastel painting. It's before airbrush. Do a pastel painting of the beach scene as the waves were rolling in on this beach. I tried and tried. The wind's blowing, my canvas, my easels getting knocked all over the place. I couldn't do it. I sat down there and I was like doing a really terrible job. What happened in the end is when I sat down, I'm sitting staring at the waves. And remember I said I watched them rolling in, crashing, the foam getting broken up across the waves here and being pulled up into it and over. When you start to understand stuff that's going on, like the light passing through the cap of the wave here, that's what it's all about. That's what art's really about, trying to understand what you're doing. You're not just drawing exactly what you see. You've got to understand the process.
Deep.
I love that story.
That trips me up every time. Tell it again, Dad. Tell it again.
About the waves.
Flow like water.
That's not how the story went.
Remember the clams?
I left out the clowns, yeah.
No, the clams.
Oh. Well, nothing happened with clowns. I swear.
Don't be so shellfish.
I'm coming back in with the black now. Just defining shape. A little more structure. Get into the eyes.
It's a very upsetting board you're painting.
It's a pretty mean looking board, eh?
Should I bring back Akira? Where's my board?
When do I get the board?
I want to play on it.
Just again, defining shape, getting inside. Anywhere that's already actually shadowed. Already shadowed, rather. I think I said that. I don't know why I corrected myself.
Just want to come in with something there, Ryan. Okay, what I've done now, dusting in the pink, spreading it into the clouds. I'm doing some color blending right now. I'm going to grab some yellow and blend in with this pink and create some nice orangey tones, all passing through the cap of the wave here. Over to you, Rad.
Again, I'm just defining the shape here. It looks a little odd right now. It's only because it's still undertoned. Darken up the sides of the stenciled board. Just help define the shape once I pull that tape off.
A stenciling effect, one would say.
One would think.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
When you're airbrushing at home, you're going to find that the airbrush doesn't always do exactly what you want it to. Okay, that's why we work with basic shapes. If I make a mistake, I can fix it afterwards. I've
You
had a
mean
couple
it doesn't have a
spins
brain of its own?
No, it doesn't. Much like you.
Oh. Them's fighting words.
There's got to be one every show for
The
me, at
monkey
least.
bars had a lunch there, homebrew.
Yeah.
Can't we all get along?
Oh. Ah, you had my clear coat.
Cleaner.
Cleaner, whatever. They don't know at home. Could have been clear.
Okay, right now I'm just coming back in with my white and highlighting this all again.
And over here right now, doing some of that orange blending I was talking about. Again, I want to put that orange blending right into the cap of the wave here. Remember, the light's passing through it, okay? It's going to give the illusion.
Looks like
What
the
we
beach
want.
in the movie Contact.
Haven't seen it.
It was very far away.
Oh. Now I'm going to need some yellow. I'm grabbing my yellow here, putting a little bit more into it. Maybe not. For everybody at home, you'll see me grab a color sometimes. You have a little bit of trouble with your brush because your paints will clog at times.
Right now I'm just glowing up the eyes of the skull here. Making that a bit more of a focal point. Again, eyes are always the focus point, so you want to snazz them up the most out of anything else in the picture. Even in design quality. Still far mostly important. Far more important, rather.
What you'll see at home a lot of the time, Ryan and I will do something and then we have to cover it up. Go over top of it and we'll come over it again with either white or black to bring it back in because overspray travels. Ain't that right, Ryan?
That's right, Doug.
So we'll tint our colors and a lot of the times we lose a bit of what we have.
Right.
No, but seriously, what we're doing is a rough sketch.
With no trickery involved.
Next, I'll make the Statue of Liberty disappear. I got nothing. Right now, I'm just going to give all these little segments of bone here, just little highlights. Just gonna spiff that up. There's detail and blur, so I'm just blurring it. No need to get each and every little individual thing, just as long as you spruce it up enough.
Make the eye work for it.
Yes. I'm actually going around a lot of the blue highlights I put in there, just so it's actually adding another level of depth into it. So.
Now I'm just layering back in my clouds. We had them there before, I'm just putting them back in again. Remember my light source, we're going to hit the bottom of these clouds, blow them up on the bottoms. And we're almost trying not to put too much detail into them. Most detail is going to come in through the waves here.
As he's pressed for time.
Oh, actually, no problem here. Beach scenes are really easy to do, folks. You just have to understand the process.
I love a good beach.
Well, I got nothing to say. Remember I said I was going to put in these fine lines? They're going back in.
They're very fine.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
a fine
they
line.
Those are some fine lines you got.
Right now, just going back over and tweaking whatever I think needs to be brought out. I mean, there's no sense in putting white over top of something if, you know, you're just doing it for the sake of it. Again, put some more thought behind the actual piece.
Very decadent.
In a twisted way.
Something I'm leaving for the very end. Remember me scribbling in all those little bits of foam, the little detail here in the waves, this foam that's being carried away. I don't want to get into that too much till I'm at the very end. So otherwise I'm just going to cover it up. There's not much point in doing that.
How's it looking?
It's a looking good. Do you want to come here for a second? Just tell me what you think. Joe himself actually has really good, strong design properties to his artwork, so his opinion's valued. I don't often go to Doug for information like this.
Well, that's great, Ryan. That's terrific. That's just great. We're on TV and they're not going to cut that. And everybody's going to think I suck. That's terrific.
I'm not going to tell him you're good.
For those of you at home,
That's
That's-
Ryan, 545.
don't think you're great.
That's okay. We can counteract that
something great.
effect.
If you can see there, my gun spat a little bit. That's because my my tip was dirty. So we got to clean the tip. It's a nice backboard. Right there on the tip. Got that. Oh, yeah, just like that. Yeah, it's nice and clean.
Very primordial.
Suggestions, Joe?
Looks good. Looks like bamboo, which you know is a form of grass. Did you know that?
I knew that.
Let's talk about it a while. Well,
let's discuss
bamboo was discovered by the Spanish in the early 1600s. Holy, running out of subject after 11 weeks.
it. Batman.
Batman, Boy Wonder. I'm just waiting for the peel. Because it'll have a peel on it.
Uphill.
Reaching for it.
Now, bone itself actually has a little bit of a yellow quality to it, so I got my assistant Barry to mix me up a really nice ochre here. I'm just going to tint that into some of the undergoings.
I love okra. A little bit of rice. Some tarragon.
Some fine okra.
Yeah, that's some fine okra.
Eat that on a beach. I love a fine beach. Did I mention that?
Yes, you did.
Beer and beaches.
Went to Laguna Beach once. I was stung by a jellyfish.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I was chewing on it at the time. So, I couldn't blame it. How's Doug doing? Doug!
Okay, man.
What are you doing with your beach scene?
Painting the picture. Okay,
You do
we've got
that
the
a lot?
light coming in through here. I'm going to put a couple rocks on the beach. Some grass. Just a couple little indications of something here. Watch, we've got the light here. Here's the shadow coming off of it in relation to the light. I'm just letting the dust do the work for me. Just a blur of shadow. I think just a touch more red in this. We're almost finished.
Can't believe you waited a whole week to finish this.
I know, eh? Just come back in with my black, just defining a little bit of this. Setting a little bit of it back in the background.
Looks like Keith Richards during his 7th birthday party. Thanks for the present, Mom. Ah.
Is that a fix?
Da-na-na. Mick, what do you think, Mick? Should I throw it back at it? You've got a lovely present.
I can't seem to see it over my huge lips.
Keith, where did you park the jet? It's in the backyard.
Now again here, I'm just running in some white, brightening up my wave. We've done like 2 or 3 layers here. That's how a painting goes. You'll build up layers. Keep correcting your mistakes. We can go 10, 15 layers sometimes before we find what we want and we're happy with it.
Doug, you're so sassy.
It's okay, guys.
Did he just say sassy?
Okay, now
Sassy.
I'm going to run this shine right down here and
Ooh,
shine up
shine.
these waves in the foreground. Make sure they're nice and bright. Now, when I run the paint over top, what you'll see is the paint actually is getting pushed away by the air. So I want to make sure that I'm just dusting that in, and then it's dry for when I come over with my next layer, and that's getting brighter white. That's why I'm getting brighter white. You're going to have trouble at home if you keep spraying it. Just let it dry, use a dusty overspray, and let that do all the work for you. We're getting this almost finished here. I got to get this bright shine on here. It's going to look pretty silly.
Right now, I'm coming into my white highlights, and I'm just finishing up here. I could go much further with this. In fact, I'd love to go a lot further with this. But, I mean,
Well-
for what it's worth, this is pretty good. So I'm just going to get this all tweaked out.
And the owner wanted a schnauzer, didn't he?
I know, eh?
Yeah.
What a guy. Take this, just run a couple more highlights over top the tape here, and I'm just about ready to remove it.
Sweet. Yank the tape, Ryan. Yank it. Pick up the phone. That's Ryan. 555-296.
Okay.
Something
Now,
tells
Joe, if
me.
you could kindly assist me, rip the tape off the other side.
Really?
Right now,
Do I get to?
anything else you're going to put in this painting is just icing on the cake. You can add extras to it. It's not going to really change. What we have here is a basic image that's pretty photorealistic. It's involved light. Oh, look, a little more here. Makes sense, doesn't it? Little shine on the side of the rock.
And,
We're all ready to go.
as I rip the tape off, I'm actually ripping the undercoat off.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
Good,
this
I
is-
don't feel bad because I was.
Oh, gee, how will you ever fix that?
Yeah, I know. Guys
One
at
thing
home,
that happens, okay, this is airbrushing. Mistakes, they happen all the time. You can fix any mistake. All he has to do is just wipe it down, and we're done.
I think
Anyways,
I'm
speaking
gonna-
of done, we're done. We're out of here. We're going to see you next week. Ryan and I are working together for the last part of the segment on a picture of some tiger eyes. We'll see you next week. Thank you.